Hello and good morning and happy snow day in Seattle. Yay. So, this morning I had like 3 doctor's appointments, but they all got canceled because there's a sheet of ice on the ground and no one can drive anywhere and I can't even get out of my neighborhood. So, instead of going to the doctor today, I figured I'd just upload and record a video. But hold on, I need to pause for a second. And apparently the garbage man's not coming today to pick up our trash. That was that phone call. So anyway, let's get back to it, shall we? Alright, so if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Emily Jones. I'm a former paparazzi consultant. Now I speak out against the company and show people what they do under a spotlight, I guess. So today on this week on their Facebook page, they've posted a lot of blockbuster pieces, but this one is the ugliest fucking piece they have, and I hate it so much, but it's called A Simple Gift Idea to Tell Someone I Love You with All My Heart. Because the heart charm says, with all my heart. On the back of that heart charm is a scripture too. But the comments, a classic beauty. Really? I sold 13 of these this past weekend in the brown and black. Ooh, good for you. Cool new color. I have black and white and red one. This is not a new color, honey. Tammy Matthews, that one has been a blockbuster since I was a consultant long before a lot of you were consultants. And to prove that, we're going to go to paparazziaccessories.com. We're going to go under the blockbusters tab. And these are all the classic beauties that they're talking about, you guys. You have What a Gem and Total Eclipse of the Heart, which I'm still amazed, the band Heart hasn't gotten on them for that. But you go down, oh look, it's River Ride in Blue, another blockbuster. Here's the black and silver one, Charmed, I'm sure. And there's the brown one, ooh ah, okay? It's not a timeless beauty. In fact, it's so far from being timeless. Okay? And it comes out in other colors. And then we talk about this. Sneak peek! Are you someone who likes to get up and go? Or are layered pieces let you walk out the door feeling like a rock star? Our layered pieces get twisted up. And then we've got paparazzi corporate doing charity work. Yeah, it's great that they're doing this, and I'm glad they're helping their community, but, this is something they should be doing year-round, honestly. From Channy, I just love watching the holidays magic season through the eyes of our kids. What's your favorite holiday memory? Now, I did something completely opposite in the Facebook group for former paparazzi and other former MLM consultants. I said, what was the worst Christmas gift you ever got? And I shared mine, and it was sourdough starter. Because this was back when I was broke, and I was working 3 jobs at the time. I didn't have time to make sourdough bread. I didn't even know what to do with this bag of rancid dough. It was a starter. Yay, rah. But, it was the worst gift I ever got because I didn't know what to do with it. It came with no instructions. It was the worst. Let's see. 'Tis the season to sparkle. Yeah. And then this is another sneak peek, but it honestly looks like another pair of earrings. It looks like the free earrings, and they just loop 3 of them together. Only 3 more sleeps until Christmas morning. What sparkly things do you hope to see in your stocking? Not paparazzi accessories. Not paparazzi accessories at all. So, they also, this week, launched the premiere of the January Fashion Fix, which I'm just looking at this, and it looks like the same rehash shit, okay? We've got this gorgeous pearl and bead and paperclip chain thing called Coastal Composition. And then we have Bewitching Brilliance. That must be the Fiercely Fifth Avenue. This must be Glimpses of Malibu. Nope, this one's Sunset Sightings. And then we've got the Simply Santa Fe, and look, it's butterflies. Free Spirited Flight or Flutter. And then we've got Built Beacon. It looks honestly too heavy, and that must be the Magnificent Musings. And then Feminine Flare, because it's in pink, so that makes it feminine. Okay. Twinkling Trance. I don't see myself going into a trance for that. Wild Wings in blue. Can we predict which Fashion Fix set is going to sell out the day it launches? I'm pretty sure it's the Santa Fe Butterflies. And then we've got the Magnificent Musings ring. It's called Single Shape. Ladylike Levity. There's nothing ladylike about that ring. Forged Flare, because Misty Kirby loves brass. And then we've got Enchanting Effulgence. I can't say that word. Spirited Soar. Butterflies. And then Dame Disposition. Ooh, ah. For Sure Figurine. Honestly, it looks cheap and cartoony to me. Spellbinding Splendor. It's a hinge. Bold Butterfly. Ooh, ah. Shoreline Sketch. Ooh, ah. Crafted Coals. No. Lustrous Lass. Comer Canvas. Looks cheap and stupid. So yeah, the Sunset Siding sets I'm pretty sure is not going to sell out. The Simply Santa Fe set will go the first day. These are my predictions. It's 12 days away. The Magnificent Musing sets will not sell out. And the Fiercely Fifth Avenue, I think, might have the necklace sell out. Maybe the hinge bracelet. But yeah, that's my predictions for January's Fashion Fix. Now, December Fashion Fix, the tab is still there, but everything's gone. But I'm pretty sure it didn't all sell out. So let's talk about some of the things I missed over the last few days. Smile, Slimmer Glimmer, stuff that Misty's had in Hidden Gems and Sneak Peeks still haven't sold out. The lanyards are coming back to the forefront. Still haven't sold out. Now we have a fried egg in black. Gosh, it's like, it's the same stuff over and over again. It hasn't changed. It looks the same. It looks really depressing to me. It's like there isn't a lot of variety here. There isn't a lot of quality here. Because this stuff is just, it's getting cheaper by the day. Instead of cheaper by the dozen, it's getting cheaper by the day. Cheaper and cheaper. The quality, I mean, look how that hangs on the model. It doesn't even look right on the model. I mean, at least that one looks good. That one, not so much. I mean, this. What the hell is going on there? It looks like something you would use to chop vegetables. Okay? I don't know why things shifted all of a sudden, but they did. That looks cheap. The inspirational stuff, the Be Kind and all these different colors and metals, it's not something that makes me go, oh, I've got to have that. Some of these things look busy, some of them look too big, some of them are just too inexpensive looking for anyone to want to buy. I mean, even that, it's too big. A lot of these things are just too big. I mean, we're talking about, okay, Y2K and the stuff that's in Sunset Sidings is very minimalist pieces. There are a lot of minimal pieces, like this Carefree Couture, these little teeny tiny hoops. Another pair of teeny tiny hoops. Ear crawlers in pearl. Ooh, ah. But again, too big. Too big, too gaudy, too much, way too much. A shark tooth. Ooh, no, shark bait. Ooh, haha. I mean, it's all too much. It's just seriously, it's repeating the same idea and altering it just a little bit and calling it new when it's not. I mean, that's not a new looking bracelet. It's just it's a bracelet that was probably in my store. It's just one thing changed. What's the one thing? The bead. One bead changed on that entire bracelet. But it's all the same stuff. I mean, we've got coils, we've got hinges, we've got shark teeth. Everything is sharky. Why? I don't know. So I went live last night with you guys, mostly because I needed some girl time. But because you guys have been telling me that my upline, Miss Tian Pierce, who was on Andrea Hutchinson's downline, had quit. And it reminded me of this video, which I'm going to speed it up. We're not going to watch it at normal speed. We're going to play at 1.5 speed because it's an hour and 10 minutes long. But we are going to skip through this. This has 7.9 thousand views. Andrea has like 17,000 subscribers, so way more than me. But you know, she's the Latina, so I'm going to let you guys listen. I'm going to pause when I have reactions. But let's get started on this, okay?
It's Andrea Hutchinson, and today is we're still in Transformation Month in March Madness, and we have our speaker today, and it's Tian.
Hi, everybody.
And make sure that you share this video with your team members. Make sure you tag your team members below. Make sure that you are commenting. If you're watching the replay, comment #replay. If you're here, let us know that you're here by a hi. So we're so excited. I wanted to bring somebody in that's not an elite yet, but she will be because she's working so hard, and
she became an executive producer to my knowledge. Because when I was still on her team, she said, we're this far away from becoming an executive producer team. She was that far away from becoming an executive producer team. I've talked about this in past videos. But this is my upline, you guys. This video that we are about to watch is the video that encouraged me to sign up for Shopify, which I did right after I watched this. I got myself a Shopify store right after I watched this. And within a month of this happening, I became Life of the Party Bronze. I had only been paparazzi since the end of December, like the very tail end of December. This was March 19th, 2019. Okay? I believe is when this video came out. And because of this video, March 13th, 2019. So I signed up for Shopify shortly after this video because Tian had us all go and watch it, and she was talking about how successful she was. And then in our private VIP training group, Aim High, in our team group Aim High, she was showing us how much she had made in sales for that month from her Shopify store. And I was like, well, if she can do it, so can I. So here we go.
She's always very positive, and she's always looking for ways to expand her creative ways, and she doesn't call me that much, which is so weird. Like, Tian, why don't you call me? She's like, I can Google it, and so I love it because that reminds me of me.
I just go do it.
So I'm going to pull in my phone, and I'm going to see some of the comments that you guys have. We're going to take questions at the end so that Tian can concentrate and tell you her story. Now, Tian, she's been doing paparazzi for how long, Tian?
Since October of 2016. I'm like OG.
2016. But guess what? Tian didn't join because she wanted to earn some extra income. She just wanted to have fun. And she was an RN. And she was able to quit her full-time job and do paparazzi full-time this year.
That's what's crazy. I remember talking to you, and you asked me if I would ever consider doing paparazzi full-time. And I was like, no, I have a real job. Like, I just didn't have the mentality. But I wasn't, like, rude. It was like, that's what people think out there, is that you cannot have a real job in direct sales. But I'm living proof you can. Actually, I spend as much time doing this as I would as if I had a brick-and-mortar business. It's very legitimate. I want people to embrace that you have a very true business.
Yes,
not a hobby.
Okay. Had to get some coffee. She spends as much time doing paparazzi as she would if she had a brick-and-mortar store. Okay. So, it's a legitimate business. No, it's not. And that's the thing. She's selling it, and this is why I believed I was a business owner, you guys. Because of this video. She says she runs it like she's a legitimate business owner, but she's a 1099 employee of paparazzi, and they never say that. But you are a 1099 employee of paparazzi. But she doesn't say that. Neither does Andrea.
So let's start with your story, Tian, and I'm going to put me in the corner. Well, maybe I'll just keep me over here. Maybe I'll just let you talk, and then I'll come on back on. but tell me your story and then what changed your mentality, because that's the key here. That's why I wanted to bring to Ann, because she was one of those persons that was like, you know, that's not a real job, and it wasn't in a mean way. She's an RN. She's like a professional. She has her degree, okay? So maybe that's you right now, and you're like, well, I'm just doing it for fun. But maybe something will switch your mentality and what made you change your mind. So I'm going to let you talk and introduce yourself again, okay? And I'll be back.
You bet. I'm actually recovering from a cold, so this is not what I normally sound like. But I was so honored, Andrea. Thank you for letting me talk to everyone in United Fashionistas. I have to tell you, being a consultant since 2016, I've seen a lot of change. When I first joined, I was approached by a gal that actually talked to me 3 or 4 times before I agreed to join. I told her no so many times, and I even got to a point where I was like, you know, I have a real job. This is not for me. I do not want to sell. I am not a salesperson. Selling doesn't interest me in the slightest. But she was so kind, and she just kept saying to me, Tian, I think you'd be good at this. And I thought, all right, I'll join for the discount, right? Because I was buying enough to where I thought, you know what, 45% off sounds pretty sweet. So I bought my kit. I started going live.
Same reason I joined. Getting it at a discount. Okay. Yeah. Very similar stories. I was not an RN. I was an assistant manager at a spa.
A little bit, and maybe throwing some albums up. Pretty much I just copied what my sponsor did because I had no way to know how else to run my business. I was a part of United Fashionistas, but it was overwhelming. So many people, and so many people that were so far ahead of me, I couldn't quite figure out how I fit with that group. And the game changer for me was that I went to convention. Now, I told my husband before I left, I went with one of my little teammates. I only had 3 teammates at the time, and I was so proud of that. I hadn't hit director yet, but I was bound and determined. And I said, I will go to convention, and I'll see what this is all about. And if they talk...
So she hadn't hit director yet, so she probably had 1 or 2 recruits, and one of her recruits probably had a recruit. So that's where she was going there.
Talk about selling jewelry the whole time. That's going to be frustrating for me. I want this to enrich my life. But I went. And I have to tell you, I was blown away. If you have not been to convention, I highly, highly recommend that if you are a serious business owner of paparazzi, that convention is a must-go for you. It's in Las Vegas. Most airports will fly there. Save for it. Your sponsor can help you figure out a monthly savings plan. Andrea has one written up. It is so worth going. So when I went, I was...
Why go to convention? 1, it gets you fired up. It gets you to think about how you can build your business and make it expand and grow. At convention, she just said it. Are they going to talk about selling the jewelry? Well, we might have to go back, but let's see.
Blown away by the Z collection, the fall line, and more than anything, the women. There were hundreds of women. Now, this is in 2000, what this is all about.
Let's go back.
Talk about selling jewelry the whole time. That's going to be frustrating for me. I want this to enrich my life. But I went, and I have to tell you, I was blown away. If you have not been to convention, I highly, highly recommend that if you are a serious business owner of paparazzi, that convention is a must-go for you. It's in Las Vegas. Most airports will fly there. Save for it. Your sponsor can help you figure out a monthly savings plan. Andrea has one written up. It is so worth going. So when I went, I was blown away by the Z collection, the fall line, and more than anything, the women. There were hundreds of women. Now, this is in 2017 when we fit into a ballroom. And so the whole convention now, you guys that are new, you think of a convention center. No, this was a lot smaller. And everyone was so jazzed up. They loved it. And the message was one of making yourself the best version of who you are. And then talking about selling jewelry was really a secondary aspect of it. If anything, I walked away from convention feeling like paparazzi was something wonderful, unique. I was lucky to offer it. Not everybody knew about it. It's not a household name. This was before the explosion of growth in 2018. And
exactly. Not a lot of people knew about it. So timing is everything in multi-level marketing companies. And the timing is, she got it in 2016. Paparazzi had been around, 5 years at this point? It hadn't had the amount of growth that it has today. I'm willing to bet that the amount of paparazzi consultants that are active right now are the same amount of consultants that were active in 2016. Maybe more, maybe less. But the company has seen a lot of loss, in my humble opinion, from the amount of emails I get from viewers like you who are watching my channel anonymously or on the down low because you're, 1, not ready to admit that you quit the company. You're not commenting because you don't want to watch on YouTube. But there's a lot of you out there who have quit this company recently. My count was 704 before I went on vacation. It's now 722 as of this morning. So you guys, I know people are watching this channel. I know people are former paparazzi consultants. And I know there are many of you out there who are on the fence about quitting. Well, I hope by me putting out content like this and debunking what they're talking about, especially with Miss United Fashionistas, debunking what they're saying and pointing you towards the truth, this is propaganda 101. This whole video is about paparazzi propaganda. And Tian, as lovely as she is, as you know, I don't hate her. I'm not happy with the fact that I was felt to be like a money maker for her, but you know, I didn't appreciate how I was treated. But she is a good person, and I will say that. And I love that she does makeup so well. She's a great, I mean, it's way too much for me, but she does really great makeup. I mean, look at her. She's gorgeous, you guys. But her hair, I even tried to copy her hairstyle, you guys. I looked up to this person so much, that I put myself into a world of hurt, financially speaking. And it probably lined her pockets and Andrea Hutchinson's pockets.
I remember just coming home and thinking, I'm onto something good, right? So my tiny little album sells, my little VIP group of like 40 really nice people that were all my coworkers and friends, really just kind of being nice to me about it, exploded because my passion went through the roof. I was so excited about the fall line. All I did was come home, post the Pantone colors, screenshots of items I saw at convention, right? You remember 2017? It was amazing. And I just felt like something, a fire inside of me lit. Now, I was still working full-time as a NICU RN at a hospital that's about 40 minutes away from my house. Full-time nursing is 3 days a week. But don't let that fool you. I was up at 4, home at 7:30 at night. I was tired because I would come home and I'd need a couple of days to recuperate. I could not fathom not working at my job because I had gone to school, like Andrea said, and I was so proud of my ability to do this. And it was a real career, right? And so after convention, I just started engaging in a way that was real. I was just so...
And I'm curious, is Tian going back to nursing now that she has quit paparazzi? I'm really curious because nursing is in short supply. She probably will make more money now. Yeah, she'll probably have to work 3 days a week again. But will her time be better spent? Not taking advantage of people, but taking care of people.
So excited about the products, and I was so excited to share them that I think people caught on to the fact that I really, really love paparazzi. And I just started talking about it. And it took a little bit of time for people to almost believe me. I think your consistency counts, because if you post out of the gate 200 things, and then a month later you're nowhere to be found, people kind of wonder if you really mean what you say. But for me, I was so engaged, I just kept going. And then by the next spring, I had tripled my team, which was crazy. I had never ever thought that that would happen for me. So since 2000...
I love how Andrea is in the background putting all these talking points up. Consistency counts. Yes, Andrea is the one doing all the stuff behind the scenes here.
2016, I'll tell you my timeline. I joined. I didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of took 6 months off because I thought, I'm not selling anything. I post things to albums. Nobody buys anything. I hadn't really gone live yet. That wasn't really a thing just yet. So mostly it was VIP group albums and pictures and maybe however creative you could be with the collage. And also, too, I didn't know a whole lot about the company, so I didn't know to talk about fashion fits, life of the party, or the unique monthly things that come up that drive sales and interest. So I was literally just dropping pictures of things that I found on my replicated website, hoping someone would say, I want that, and then I would go buy it. And so things were slow, and I kind of gave up because I felt like I'm never going to get anywhere, and I can't make 6 sales a month. Like, this is not for me. So I took 6 months off, and then that's when I went to convention. So you can imagine how I felt going in. I saw people like Alicia Williams. I saw people like Andrea. I saw people like Michelle Johnny. I saw people that were incredible, elite.
Name dropping is so important in MLM world. I mean, we saw Taylor Kirby do it. Now we're seeing Tian do it, where she's name dropping. I saw all these wonderful, fabulous people selling jewelry and making tons of money. I could do that too. But the names of the people she just dropped were some of the people that signed up very, 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 very early in this MLM. Okay? Like so extremely early. So, yeah, you can name drop all you want, but you gotta wonder, okay, well, these people, they're Alicia Williams. I mean, I'm gonna type in Alicia Williams. Okay? And search her out. And see where she is. Alicia Williams. What is her consultant ID? Let's find out. 34519. So she signed up before Tian, because Tian was 5'6" something. But yeah, Alicia Williams, Michelle Johnny. Michelle Johnny was one of those people that also signed up really, really early. So if I type in Michelle Johnny, consultant name, Joh. So for Michelle Johnny, if I choose her, her consultant ID is 1681. So yeah, timing is everything. These people were in before she was. So yeah, consistency counts, but timing is everything.
Powerhouse consultants, and I thought I will never be that. Like, I'm this tiny little thing that can barely sell 3 rings a month. But I didn't give up because I was so inspired by what Misty had to
Because rings don't sell.
say, and Shani had to say. These people were investing their lives, and all of these women at convention were so gung-ho. I sat next to a gal and she said, paparazzi is my life. It has taught me to believe in myself. And I thought that right there.
Again, more propaganda. Do you see when Tian's talking about this stuff? Andrea Hutchinson is putting on the screen, never give up. Consistency matters. It's all very telling.
There's something about this company. So when I came home, after that 6 months of giving up and not making many sales, my enthusiasm, like I said, it exploded. My team grew. Now, let me tell you, since 2016, it's now 2019, it's March 12th. I went to convention last year and I was able to take 12 of my teammates. It was incredible. So can you imagine my perspective looking back? That first year I went with one cute little gal, and then the following year I went with 12. This year I don't know how many are going to go, but the key is the growth. It's not about what you're doing right now and what someone else is doing and then bridging that gap. It doesn't matter.
Oh, she was pushing hard, you guys, for me to go to convention. So in April, I made Life of the Party bronze. I had been in paparazzi for 4 months, okay? And I made Life of the Party bronze. And when I made Life of the Party bronze, she started sending me email messages. You should really think about going to convention to get your Life of the Party swag. I live in Washington State. If I lived in Utah, yeah, I would probably go to convention. Because it's a 8-hour drive from Salt Lake City. But for me in Washington, it's an airline ticket. It's a flight down. It's a whole ordeal. And honestly, travel, I like doing it when I'm with David. When I'm doing it by myself, it's not very fun. It's stressful. And I am not the best when it comes to stress. And as you can see, okay, here's my hand this morning. Can you see the swelling from my arthritis this morning? It's bad. This hand is super duper swollen and numb and it hurts. And then of course we've got my psoriasis there. This hand totally fine. Yeah. Autoimmune diseases, you guys, not fun stuff.
I compare myself to Andrea. I will never catch up to Andrea because I'm not Andrea, and that's okay. I'm me. And so I'm grateful that my growth has been slow and steady. And the reason why is because if you have 200 orders to process in a weekend, are you ready to ship those out? Do you have that many labels? Do you have the time? And so for me, my growth has been perfect for me because it's accommodated my life. Now you're probably wondering if I'm still working as a NICU RN. I'm not. Actually retired in December of 2018 after almost half a decade and over 10 years of college education because my paparazzi business pays me double what my RN salary did.
And that's what's really sad. And this is the other thing that this propaganda video is pushing. Being a full-time consultant. She's a full-time consultant. She retired from her day job because she was making more now as a paparazzi consultant. So what happened? So in 2016, she was a consultant. In 2017, she went to convention, and then she started building her team. It went from 3 people to triple. So she went from 3 to 12. Maybe she went more. I don't know if she ever entered the Crown Club or not. I don't know, don't care. But she made this her full-time job. She also encouraged me to make it my full-time job.
Take a minute and think about that. It pays me double what my RN salary did, and this was full-time RN with benefits. So I am so grateful for paparazzi because it has taught me so much about...
With benefits. Okay. Do you get paid time off as a paparazzi consultant? No. Do you get medical insurance as a paparazzi consultant? No. Do you get life insurance as a paparazzi consultant? No. Do you get dental as a paparazzi consultant? No. Do you get vacation time? No. Do you get mental health care? No. So she left a full-time job with benefits to be a full-time paparazzi consultant. For me, it's more than just being about money. It's about being able to take care of yourself. And right now, with the world of hurt I'm in today, I would not be giving up my benefits for anything.
My ability to be creative and to be persistent. And I know there are going to be a few consultants out there who are wondering, will I ever get there? And I'm going to share with you something that has been near and dear to my heart as a consultant. I am not elite. I am an executive director. My next rank is producer. And I have seen consultants join and in 6 months outrank me, triple outrank me. I have seen girls join just in 2018 that are like fashionista now or something crazy, right? Now, you could say, Tian, why do you even bother? Or do you feel bad about that? And I would be very human to say, yes, there have been times when I've questioned myself, or if I've wondered maybe if I need to change my game up, or do something different, or maybe take stock into the kind of consultant that I am and how I approach my business, and then perhaps wonder if I did some of those things, if I would be better. So when I got back from convention in 2018, it was awesome. We had like a pink limo, it was bomb. And
the pink limo was the Hummer limo, and it's I show it in one of my old videos from back in the day. So if you are new to my channel, go watch some of my earlier stuff, because I do a lot of stuff talking about Tian and what my upline did to me. So when I talk about my upline, there she is front and center. Okay.
I remember thinking to myself, I saw the Z Collection winners like Stacey Chaffee and Marissa and these gals, and I'm like, who are these women and how are they doing this? I've been a consultant for so long. What am I missing? What do I need to do? I think that type of self-reflection is important if you do it in a positive way. I never sat back and thought, geez, Tian, you're really blowing it. You're not elite yet, and you've been doing this month after month after month for several years now. You should just throw in the towel. That never occurred to me. Instead, what I thought, if there's room for improvement, I need to be smart enough to recognize that and then implement those changes to get better. Because that's how we live our lives, right? Like, that's how we look at our marriages. That's how we look at our paying off our debt, or how we look at weight loss. Don't even get me started on that one. But you guys know, you have to look at yourselves and say, where do I need to be and how do I get there? So immediately I saw that the gals that had the collection necklaces, number one, they had huge teams. Number two, they were extremely consistent. Number three, a lot of them had websites. And number four, they were available to their customers on a regular basis. I decided that I was going to go live 3 times a week, no matter what, same day, same time. And I found that that was really hard to do. A lot of people can't commit to that kind of time frame, but for me, that's what I wanted to do. And I also started building a website. I use Shopify as my platform, and I will talk a little bit about that because I think you're going to see a lot of consultants now with websites. When I came back from convention, there were maybe like 10 or 12. Now it's like everybody has one. They are a lot of work. So I spent from August until about November of last year building my website, but it's paid off tremendously. I don't know, Andrea, if you want numbers.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of paparazzi consultants didn't have their own website, like Square or Shopify, because it was basically a party business at that point. But yes, I'm going to show you guys something. So let's go here and type in paparazzi jewelry stores. You've got at Bling 5, Bling by Linda. You've got Cynthia's $5. And then, you know, you just keep going down. There's the $5 jewelry shop. You can literally go the Sassy Sparkle paparazzi jewelry. There are so many websites that are not the replicated websites. Okay. Here is Tian's website. Okay. She was known as Gembox Accessories. One thing I have noticed is a lot of the stuff is coming down is all her join my team stuff is gone, which I'm glad. Shipping information, refund, returns, privacy policy, terms of service, all this other stuff. Okay, so she's taken a lot of the stuff down. She's selling everything at 40% off. Everything 40% off. And when you go by collections, say we go by Blockbusters, how many pages of Blockbusters does she have? She has 4 pages of Blockbusters. Notice the only one that's sold out is Total Eclipse of the Heart. And then you go by her necklaces tab. How many pages of necklaces does she have? Right now I'm seeing 37. Is it more than 37 though? No, she just has 37 pages of necklaces. I remember this one, the Club Sparkle. I had that in my store. But under necklaces, she has 583 products. Okay, now we go under her bracelets tab. She has 335 products. Under her earrings tab, she has 408 products. But you gotta wonder, how many of each product does she have? Rings, she has 289 products. For all items, she has 1,818 products. That's just the listing of the product. that doesn't tell you how many of each one, because you can go into this brotherly love, only 8 available. So you can go by product and see how many of each product she has. And you can see, okay, well, how many does she have of this? How many does she have of that? And we're going by the old stuff first. So here's some of the older stuff. Here's something that I had in my store. 12 available of this one. Yeah. So she may have 1,818 products, but if she has more than 10 per item, she has a lot of inventory that she needs to sell. So since she has officially quit paparazzi and she's no longer with paparazzi, I totally support buying from her now. I would support buying from her because she's out of the business model, okay? So if you like paparazzi jewelry and you want to buy from a former consultant, by all means, go buy from Tian. I mean, she's done with the company. She's not active on their website anymore, so I say support her now.
So if you want just a perspective on my sales increases, but I will be very, very upfront with you about how that process has been for me. So if you want to implement that in your business, then you certainly can. Besides being consistent with my lives and building a website, I decided to branch out onto social media because a lot of people I don't know on Facebook are not going to find me on Facebook. I'm not, I don't have as wide of a friend base as maybe some people do. Or after a while, if people share videos, I have to take a drink. Sorry, you guys, I'm recovering from a cold. So I promised Andrea that I would go live even though I'm still sick because, excuse me, because this is real life, right? Your work doesn't stop even if you sound like a seal. So I'm just going to be real with you in my office right now, and even if I'm coughing and I have to drink my Rockstar, this is what it's about being a paparazzi consultant or any kind of business owner. Sometimes you have to chug the Rockstar. You have to put your big girl panties on and take the Dayquil and just charge through, right? That's what I'm doing. Okay, hang on just a sec.
And this mentality that we as Americans have is sick and wrong. Yeah, there is such a thing as putting on your big girl panties and charging through. But there is another thing called respecting others around you. And if I was working in an office and I was sick like she is right now, or coming out of something, trust me when I say I would not be going to work. One, because I don't want to get anyone else sick. And I would hope that somebody who is sick wouldn't come to work and get me sick. Because it's really frustrating as an immune compromised person when somebody comes to work sick, okay, and gets you sick. And you never know if that illness is going to be the illness that puts you in the hospital or makes your body react in ways that my body's reacting right now. My body is swollen everywhere from my psoriatic arthritis. My psoriasis is flaring again, where everything is itchy and I'm flaking everywhere. And that's how my body reacts to a lot of things, you guys. But yeah, sometimes you don't put your big girl panties on and charge through, okay? If people had this mentality when they went to convention in 2020 or 2021 to celebrate, where people lost their lives, there would be more people here celebrating Christmas with their family. There wouldn't be children who are orphaned because their parents went to convention. Yet nobody in paparazzi ever mentions that, but it's this mentality that drives me nuts. So, all right, let's go back to this.
So, going live 3 times a week. I also started doing a weekly giveaway in my VIP group where every Friday I have 2 items that I give away. And all I ask is that people comment so that they can be entered into the giveaway. That has increased, number 1, the algorithm so that people see my VIP group more frequently. And then number 2, customer engagement, because I want them to interact with each other. I feel like when I go live, the gals that watch my live, we're all friends now, and we wait for each other, and they say hi to each other. The dynamic for me has never been about sales, it's about building relationships. Sorry, Andrea, you may want to pop in, I'm going to have to drink something.
Yeah, and she encouraged that. This is what I was talking about in my live last night. And this is something she pounded home with us in her downline. Build relationships with your customers. They'll shop with you because they get to know you and you get to know them. And this is a way to manipulate your customer base. And this is my opinion on this. There are some paparazzi consultants who do not want people to comment on the lives unless they're buying something. If you have a conversation with the consultant while they're doing their live, they kick you out of their live. It's always about control and manipulation and everything like that. But yeah, this is something she harped home with us a lot.
Hold on.
We're going to skip because she had a coughing fit.
Even if, see, here he is. He's going to come in and bring me a straw. He knows my struggle.
And her husband is, I believe he sings with the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. So, you know, he's ranked up in the Mormon culture as well. I don't know what he does for a living, but he supported her paparazzi business too.
It also helps to have a really supportive family. I know I'll probably watch this video later and absolutely cringe at the fact that I'm dying on camera, but I want you to see that this is just real life, and this is how it really is. You're going to be filling orders in your pajamas. You're going to have a cold, and you're still going to have to put your best foot forward. And I think if you just embrace the struggle.
And I told her, I'm like, I live in chronic pain. It's hurting for me today. Like, with the cold outside, I am hurting today a lot. My hips hurt, my shoulders hurt, I'm swollen everywhere. But when my orders came in on my Shopify store, I still sat and sorted through all the jewelry, got the orders filled, and drove them to the post office. One, because I wanted the money, because I had debt. So, yeah.
Struggle a little bit, you won't feel so bad. Let me take a swig.
And I'm just going to stop you right there, Tia.
Yeah.
Because people do not understand the sacrifice that's behind the scenes on everything that we all do. This is not just glamour, okay? This is not just glam and you're like always on top of everything. This is not how it is. We had to make sacrifices when we first started, and you're making me just cry. Like today I've been just so sensitive.
That's okay. You can cry and I can cough. We could be real time.
About everything, and Tian knows since the first day I met her that I knew that she had something. Like I knew she could do this, and I told her that it wasn't her time yet until she realized this is what she wanted to do, and now she's all for it. And I'm like.
And why did Andrea feel that way about Tian? Because she saw Tian as someone who could build a team and help make her money. Andrea manipulated Tian. Tian looked up to Andrea. Yeah. But Andrea's never going to apologize to Tian for manipulating and using her, just like Tian never apologized to me.
Tian, you're going to be the next elite. And she's like, no way. And
I really want it.
I'm so excited because I see her hard work. I see her consistency. And you just have to do it. There's a lot of sacrifice when you first start. And just like we talked last week, we talked about time management. Right now, like I just got a dentist appointment and I'm like, with my mouth over here, I have to go back to them today at 5. And then I have like orders. I have to ship 2 big boxes of paparazzi. And Tian is like, over here, you don't know what's going behind the scenes. We just talked about she had to ship 200 orders from this weekend. Just like, do you have help? And I'm like, yeah, I can't do this.
My 16-year-old son processes orders for me.
Let me shut up. Listen to her, okay?
No, I'm trying not to cough. I'm so horrified. Okay, so she talked a lot about sacrifice. Let me just tell you, I kind of live in my office, and I have 2 teenage kids at home. I have an 18-year-old daughter, and then I have a 16-year-old son. But I'm teaching them how to work hard because they've watched me stick with it, with team dynamics that can be challenging, with orders that come in unexpectedly. And I'm like, oh no, we're going out to dinner, but I have to fill these orders. You guys might have to wait.
Yeah, that is that is frustrating, what you just said there. Oh my gosh, an order just came in. We're going to have to wait to go out to dinner. No, the order coming in, you can fill it when you get home from dinner. But yeah, I average between 13 and 50 sales per day with my Shopify store. Okay, on average. My average order was between $20 and $30. Okay, and that was my average order on my Shopify store. And I had a whole shipping station. I had the envelopes, I had my shipping labels, I had my pirate ship, I had everything ready to go. But I would not give up time anymore like I did when I was a paparazzi consultant. There were so many sacrifices that were made in my life because of what I heard this person say to me. that I would not sacrifice now. Okay? Life is short, and the fact that I wasted 14 or 15 months of my life doing this company, sorry, pain, and sacrificing time with the people I love, and sacrificing a good job for this company, yeah, I wouldn't do that now. You know, you live and you learn, and that's the thing is this whole thing makes me sick, seeing this, okay? It just makes me sick. And I fell for it.
Being willing to take that scary leap of saying no to my nursing career and yes to paparazzi and direct sales. Also, to putting myself out there in a way that can be really challenging because I have to risk my friends and family embracing the fact that I am now going to be talking about paparazzi frequently on Facebook. Andrea told me, she said, make your Facebook public, make your profile public, and then I want you to start talking about paparazzi. I have done that, and I can tell you that people will search you, they will find you, and if you're not putting the word out there, they won't look for you, they'll find someone else. Also, too, there's going to be no winning, Andrea. Hold on. I think I have bronchitis. Sorry. Andrea, pop in for me.
No, I don't want you to have bronchitis, please. Thank you.
So I was going to talk about, too, building my website and what that took. Yeah, 4 months because I had inventory going.
Okay, so she's wearing a Z collection piece that came out, I believe, in 2018. I think it's called Revolution. So she's wearing a Z collection piece, and it's just brass, gaudy, and awful. But it looks a lot like some Z collection pieces that came out this year. The only difference is now they have a bunch of chains and leather instead of all the rhinestone teardrops underneath. But it's like, it's the same thing every time. But yeah, that's a paparazzi Z collection piece from 2018.
Going back to 2016. Shopify.com. I would love to give you step-by-step instructions on how to start your website, but the best thing you can do for your business is to be a self-starter and to start Googling, start learning for yourself because no one's going to have all of the answers. You need to find your own answers. That for me has been the biggest blessing to my business because I don't wait for someone to teach me or to tell me. I go find it. I think I learned that in nursing where you have to like duct tape things and figure it out. And, you know, if vital signs are crashing, there's not going to be someone that's going to step in for you. So I had to learn to kind of just go with it. Case in point, I could tell Andrea, I'm not going to do this video because I'm sick. But you know what? I would rather take the risk and cough and maybe look very human in front of you than to miss the opportunity to tell you about this because it is so important. So I took all of...
You gotta wonder, did she get a kickback from Shopify for all the websites out there for paparazzi? Because this encouraged a lot of consultants to build a Shopify store with and to inventory load. God's honest truth. This is the video that encouraged me to do that. This is the chat that encouraged me to do just that.
My orders, you can see them in the back office and you can see the quantity in which you ordered. I compared that with the stock that I have on hand. It took a long time and it was awful. And my kids wondered why I was living in my basement, but I knew my plan and that was the most important thing. My goal kept me driven. I uploaded every item by hand. Thankfully, paparazzi has every image and every description from their in-stock items back to the beginning of time. So there's no reason for you to miss out on sharing those pieces if you have them.
Except for the starter kit, but you can take their own pictures.
Say what?
But they can take their own pictures.
Yeah, you can take your own pictures too. I've done that if you can't find it. I just try to insert the independent consultant logo every time if it's my own image. That way it just represents the company because it's not my product, it's a paparazzi product. Also, I create my own...
Again, it's not your product, it's paparazzi's product. They don't tell you that you're a 1099 employee. They don't tell you that you're an independent contractor. No, this is these two women telling you that you're a business owner, that you own your own brick and mortar store. And I was told that I could be the Amazon of paparazzi jewelry. Yeah. But you're not. You're an employee of the company. You're an unpaid contracted employee. And you are a customer, not a consultant. Consultants are customers. And those customers make websites and sell things on their own personal website. Yeah.
Graphics using PicMonkey. Andrea turned me on to PicMonkey. It's fabulous. I give it to my team and I make my own images and graphics. And I think that's important too because you want to create your own brand. And that was really important to me. So my website, I use my brand name, which is Gembox Accessories. I don't use paparazzi in it. We want to be careful with compliance. Andrea told me about that. She actually messaged me late at night. And I'm so thankful for her. She's been a great help. And if you have a great sponsor, thank them because they really are a blessing for you. And your upline, you guys. We don't have to do any of this. Andrea could very well be at the spot. But you know what? She takes time to give you love and training. And I'm so grateful for that because it's blessed me immeasurably. So after I uploaded all the inventory, I then created collections and then built the website as you see it. It took me a long time. I did not have a graphic designer. I did not have an IT guy. I just sat at my desk, as you see me right now, with no makeup on and probably no bra, let's be real. And I just typed and typed and typed and typed and typed until I got it the way I want it. I can't give you clear-cut instructions on how to do that because I don't even know if I could tell it myself.
I'm thankful that my husband helped me with my website, but the thing is one thing, my website was organized so you could search things out easily. Her website, not so much. I mean, it's organized better than it was back in the day, but her website was also full of her blogs and her podcasts and her recruiting information and her team training information. Thankfully, that is all gone. But yeah, her website was more about recruiting than it was about selling the jewelry.
But you can go back and you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So that's been a huge blessing. My sales on average are about, do you want numbers, Andrea? Is that safe?
Yes.
9,000 a month. I can't even say that out loud. It makes me start coughing. On average, it varies. It really does vary. I would say I see about $3,000 a week, which is incredible, but it's because of my inventory. I have stuff going back to 2016, and I'm also extremely consistent. Every time I order new releases, I upload them that day. So those cute coral, like Tropicana earrings, the tropical ones that came on today, bam, they're going to be up on my website in about 10 minutes. My goal was to be, if you Google that item, I want you to find me. If you Google how to join paparazzi, I want you to find me. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Tumblr, I'm on Reddit, I'm on VK, I'm on TikTok. Where else am I? What else is there? I'm on the moon. So it's like, I made the decision that I am unbeatable and I am going to be the best and I'm going to do the best I can. And so I decided to just go out with a vengeance, and I'm fearless about it. I don't worry about what anybody else is doing. Another thing too is if somebody comes to me for help, I don't turn them away. I don't care if they're on my team. I don't care if I've never met them. If you send me a message or if you call me, I'm going to give you time because we're peers and we're coworkers. And I think when you develop that respect, that's important.
You're not coworkers. Okay? You're not. In that sense. Everybody is in it for themselves. This is a cutthroat industry. Being in a multi-level marketing industry, she actually does walk the walk here. So I will give her mad props for that. She did walk the walk. She treated you like you were a coworker, and she was an excellent leader in that fact. But it was also very manipulative. And, she drank the Kool-Aid, and she got you to drink the Kool-Aid too, because she was very influential, is the word I'm going to say. But in paparazzi, you're not coworkers. You guys are all in it for yourselves. And the fact that they say that, it just, no, you're not. You're not coworkers. You're not. If these upline elites did more than these stupid videos with these stupid interviews, if they actually did training on how to teach you how to run a business, it would be nice. I will give Andrea Hutchinson some credit too. She did have a video on YouTube about how to manage your inventory, but honestly, you shouldn't have an inventory. Because if you are holding the product, you are not making money. And that is the thing, is like, you look at all these websites where people have pages and pages and pages of paparazzi inventory. They're not making money. They've actually lost money, especially if they're paying interest on the credit card debt that got them that inventory. It's a lose-lose.
Also, too, with the consistency in the lives and the website is my VIP group and my business page. Your business page has incredible features. Because Shopify links with my Facebook business page, all my products on Shopify are visible on Facebook. I don't have to double dip and upload that, which is so nice. And then if I upload a new release and it's on my website, I can tag that product and it will link it so that I tag every color. So, for example, the Effortlessly Everglades, the wooden darling necklace that came out, I have it in brown, blue, pink, yellow, red. You betcha I tagged every single one of those colors because if someone clicks on my Facebook page shop, my business page shop, and they see that item because I tagged every single color, maybe they want it in red. That's a great way to upsell. So that's something that I've done not only to create visibility, is to reach out on all of these internet platforms, but also to make...
She did teach me how to do that, but I also taught myself how to do a lot of that too. And I did like that feature with Shopify. And there were a lot of other features with Shopify that I utilized, and they built my business. They got me more sales. And when because paparazzi, if you buy 12 items, you get the 13th item free. Well, I set it up in my Shopify store that if someone bought 12 items, they got the 13th item free automatically. They got that item for free. It just gave them the automatic discount for buying more than 12 items in one shopping trip. And then I had the frequent shopper club where it kept track of how many pieces. So when they reached their 12 items, my Shopify store would send them a discount code for the $5 off their 13th item. That's how I drove sales. Pausing for a second. Hold on. All right. So back to this. So yeah, when I figured out how to code my Shopify store to do these things for me automatically, somebody on my team reported me to compliance because I had coded my website to do those things for me automatically. Okay. I was told I was in violation of compliance, but I was following the frequent shopper program and the loyalty program that Paparazzi had in place. But because I had my computer, my Shopify store keep track of it, all of a sudden I'm in violation. So how are we in competition with each other? She said she averaged $3,000 a week in sales, about $9,000 a month. I averaged about, on average, I averaged about $6,000 a month in sales on my Shopify store. But all of that money went back to Paparazzi, either via paying off the debt I had accumulated in inventory purchases or buying more product. Yeah.
Make sure my inventory is visible. What good is it to have boxes of jewelry in my basement if nobody knows what I have? So using my business page and using my website and Instagram, you can tag products as well. I find Shopify has been an excellent platform for me to diversify who sees my products.
Do you mind if we share your website right now?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So let's put ourselves...
Yay, that's me!
I can't show it. I'm going to go down and then you talk about your business page.
Hi, Ellie.
Okay, so for example, I've got my Life of the Party pre-orders going. And what's cool is that I mark that as a pinned post on my business page so that A, people know I have Life of the Party, and then B, the gals that are waiting for those products, they know they're on the pre-order list. And I took that picture, you guys. It's contact paper. I lay it on my floor. I stand over it with my iPhone and I take a picture. It's so super simple. Yep, that's it. And then that's my new releases. Every day I post a new release album. I noticed a lot of the top consultants did that, and I thought, what I do is I post all the pictures of the items that I order, but then also too, I post images of things that I haven't ordered, and I say, I can pre-order this for you if it's available. See, look how nice that is. And then every day, look at those Starlet Shimmer earrings. I died over those. Oh.
Ellie wants some attention. Come here. All right. So a lot of the stuff that she is showing right now are things that I had in my store because, again, this was back when I was a consultant too. So are you going to help me with the video today? All right, let's go back and unpause.
Oh, they're so pretty, right? And people like them. I'm already selling them. Yay. So because I'm consistent in showing the new releases and I have it in a platform that people can go to every day and it's consistent, then I'm able to make more sales. You can copy a link of an album in your business page and absolutely drop it in your VIP page and your personal timeline. Yay! Oh, and I've got my little messenger going with the free...
Okay, so the Life of the Party picture there is a pair of seed bead earrings, a rhinestone gunmetal, the acrylic yellow chain necklace, and I can't remember what the other piece was, but this was the Life... Oh, it was the sequin wrap that was silver and gold, I believe. It's amazing how Life of the Party has changed from just random stuff like this to oil slick, iridescent rhinestone stuff. It's crazy how that's changed.
Preset conversations, that's all stuff that you guys can customize in your business page. That's not anything special that I did. This is just all little things. These are all little things that you can do to make your business page dynamic. If you don't have a business page, you're going to miss out on a ton of tools that make it unique and effective in a way that a Facebook group just can't compete. I like my VIP group. I get asked a lot, what's the difference between a business page and a VIP group? My VIP group, I do recaps from my lives, exclusive sales and promo codes, and then also too, I engage with them in a funny way. I use memes, I use pictures. My VIP group is kind of like my hangout, but my business page is my actual like storefront. Okay, so this is my website that I built on Shopify. And I'm so proud of it. So that's me and my graphics. And then I want people to know, you can see a link there to join my weekly giveaway on my VIP group. So it ties my website with my Facebook presence. And then I've got a St. Patrick's Day boutique, which is so cool. Because then people can see what I've got available for the holiday and the season and it's first, right? And then of course I've got the collections. And I just chose images, the pop-up that comes up, that's something that comes with Shopify. I also have a bling of the day and that changes. The vault is my unique jewelry that I have in my basement that it's all kind of sold so fast, so I have to take it off. But I just post images that I have taken of pieces that are downstairs that I don't have uploaded on my website. They're out of the packaging. That way people, if they want to shop kind of the vault, that they can. I use Giphy to make my own gifts. There's so many ways you guys can use technology. So I wrote this. It's a handbook for joining paparazzi. And there are apps that Shopify supports to allow you to insert a book. And that's what I did. So I took the time to research direct sales, the differences between the kits, pictures, and also different items like Starlit Shimmer and Z Collection, what it's like to be a paparazzi consultant. Pretty much all the questions that I get asked, I created this document because it's hosted on my website. Anytime someone says, hey, what's it like to be a consultant? I shoot them that link. I don't have to sit and type it out. I had to ease up on my work. So I'm so grateful. She's like, clicking, these are my cute customers. If you wanted to be a hostess, I don't do my parties the typical way. I usually have a guest of honor, and so the gal that is my guest of honor, I talk about her, I ask her what kind of jewelry she likes, and then as I go live, we kind of have a conversation back and forth, and I talk about how much I appreciate her and the things that she likes, so that way she feels like she's kind of the guest of honor, instead of feeling like she has to wrangle in all of her friends to buy stuff. I find that if people feel
That was something she told me to do for my lives, to get more people to host a live with me, and it didn't work for me. It really didn't. I tried doing a special hostess live all the time. Yeah, it didn't work with me. It sucked really bad. So I stopped doing that after 4 attempts. It just wasn't worth it. So I stopped doing it.
Celebrated and honored, that's different from please set up a situation where your friends can buy from me. So I'm more about building relationships than I am building sales, because I find the sales will come by default because the jewelry is so cute.
9 more.
Emojis, those are kind of fun on my website. So as you can see,
Wasn't that awesome?
It's a really unique way to build sales. I love it. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah, I'm so, like, do you want to build my website?
Almost made me spit my water. That would have been awesome. It's a lot of work, guys. I'm not going to lie. I do think, though, that if you're a serious consultant, and for me, I'm hungry. So I've been doing this for years, and I'm so ready to take it to the next level that I was willing to push and push and push. My recaps are only done in my VIP group. Yes, that's correct. Because I want my VIP group to feel special and unique. Right. So there are certain things I only offer in my VIP group. So that would be one of them. I got that idea from Michelle Johnny, actually. We have the greatest leaders, you guys. Take advantage of their wisdom and their knowledge, because they don't have to do any of this. And I'm so grateful they do, because in and of myself, I am not enough. But when we come together as a team and we celebrate each other and we encourage each other, that's how you get better. Because you recognize your strengths that you want to have in other people.
Do you see all these comments, these Kool-Aid comments coming up? Build relationships, the sales will come. Yes, build relationships. Why have I been making fun of the buzzword relationship marketing? Because that's what direct sales is. You build relationships so you can manipulate, control, and take advantage of. And this is, you know, these pop-ups are just telling you everything that I've been saying. It's all put up there for a reason.
So
Here's
what?
Miss Marion. Hello. This is my daughter. She helps me too. Hello.
Bless you for making your mother.
Her daughter went on an LDS mission and then, you know, wasn't home. And her son, I believe, is on his mission right now. So we have been doing this for an hour, so I am going to pause this. This is part 1. We will go to part 2 later, but this is where I wanted to end this. They are so big on relationship marketing. They are so big on getting people to join the company. And the relationship marketing aspect of it is to take advantage of people. So the comment from the viewer, build relationships, the sales will come. They don't actually. You know, build yourself an accessible and easily to navigate website, the sales will come. That's how I got my sales, because I had an easy, pressure-free environment for people to shop for the product without being coerced to joining a team. And that is why a lot of people shopped my website when I had my Shopify store, because I wasn't about recruiting, I was just about selling the product. And you saw her website earlier in this video where it's all about join my team, become a consultant, here's training information, do this, do that. So yeah, but I have a puppy on my lap and she is wanting attention, so we're gonna pause and I will start part 2 of this. So I will see you guys later and we'll finish this video and react to the other hour, because this, yeah, we're only 30 minutes in and we still have about 40 minutes to go. So thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.